And right now, the hiring process in Iowa is shifting. This week, Governor Kim Reynolds signed an executive order for all state government departments to use federal systems to verify employment eligibility and citizenship. Now, this decision would tighten hiring rules for state workers.
Yeah, it requires state departments to use E-Verify to confirm whether job applicants can legally work in the U.S. It also requires agencies to confirm immigration or citizenship status through a federal system called SAVE before issuing professional licenses. KCCI's Bo Bowman is live outside the State House tonight to explain how both programs work. Bo.
Yeah, Jody, some of those state agencies were already using E-Verify and the SAFE program, but now they'll be required to. Governor Kim Reynolds says that it will ensure that everyone who's legally allowed to work, receive benefits, and get a license in Iowa can do so.
Following the Ian Roberts arrest in Des Moines, Governor Kim Reynolds is now requiring all state agencies to use E-Verify when hiring new employees. E-Verify allows any enrolled employer to check employment eligibility with the Department of Homeland Security. A question that now remains in reference to schools is who will be in charge of running the verifications, the state licensure board or the districts themselves.
I don't know that it would be a great defense to say that, I was expecting someone else to do that for me.
William Hale is an employment attorney at Gooseman Law in Sioux City. He says districts should err on the side of caution. Even if the Iowa Board of Educational Examiners runs E-Verify, Hale recommends the districts do it too. Currently, about 45 districts in the state are enrolled.
It would be prudent for sure at the actual hiring level, the school itself, that they take the precautions and go through the process to ensure that the people they're hiring are eligible to work.
Hale says E-Verify does work well, but it does have its own issues.
There's still a chance that people could submit false documents, or even, if they're stealing someone else's identity, for example, and submit those documents where the documents may be valid, it just might not be connected with that person. So there are still things that slip through the process.
The executive order also implements the Systematic Alien Verification for Entitlements program, otherwise known as SAVE. The SAVE program is different and only available to government agencies as opposed to all employers. Iowa Workforce Development is one of the state agencies who already uses it to check immigration status for those seeking benefits and licenses.
Now, because E-Verify is a tool supplied by the federal government, KCCI was able to confirm that it was offline for the last week due to the government shutdown. We received guidance today that it was back online, but it is unclear if it could go out of service again. We're live in Des Moines. Bo Bowman, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.